Just trying to see what I haven't seen yet, I think I've seen everything. I think Harry and Meghan, they do their thing and then they just disappear for 3 months. Which is why I had to expand to Paris, just talking about Paris because they disappear for 3 months. There's nothing to talk about. But I see that, definitely people prefer my Harry and Meghan content to my Paris content, which is kind of heartbreaking because it means that they don't give a shit about me. At all, at all. They just want to hear about Harry and Meghan. And so when Harry and Meghan are like, hidden in their Montecito mansion for like 3 or 4 months, what do I do? Then I have no traffic. But anyway, so now if people is raising this question, is Prince Harry returning to his royal role amid King Charles's cancer diagnoses? Then it means that there is, it's a thing. I mean, it's something, talks are happening, because I have found that people is, you know, more serious than, say, the usual gossip magazines, if you will. And Prince Harry could be returning to his royal role, according to a new report. The Duke of Sussex is reportedly willing to support his father, King Charles, amid his cancer diagnosis by returning to a temporary royal role, sources told The Times. So The Times, is that a serious paper? Hmm. I'm not sure. Yeah, apparently, um, Charles feels that Harry's return would benefit the institution, according to the paper, The Times. I haven't read that. I don't know if it's behind a paywall. We're going to check in 2 seconds. Um, on all practical levels, it makes sense for the family to come together to support the king while he's sick, the insider said. Hmm. The details of the Clarence House meeting and subsequent conversations are private, but the feeling is that this arrangement could work. Hmm. I mean, obviously it could work. Obviously it could work, especially as so long as they remain based in California, and not get too carried away with the olive branches that may or may not be extended. Because, you hear this version and then you hear the other version on the other papers that try to make it sound like Harry is imposing and, forcing himself on the family with, oh, let me help you with when the family doesn't need any help. And you hear that William um, doesn't want Harry back under any circumstances, and that William has said allegedly that he will step up and handle any additional duties that his father cannot handle because he doesn't trust Harry and he doesn't want Harry back in the family. So, you know, I don't really know. Obviously, why would I know? Yeah, this is behind a paywall. Oh, bleep. This is totally behind a paywall. So, as I said about The Guardian, I mean, it will be a cold day in hell before I pay for this kind of stuff. Anyway, I'm sure that what is this? This is my this is this is my article about backlinks. Oh, okay. That's for a different project. Let's try to get back to the internet. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Internet. Where the heck is it? Do you see that here? It just disappeared. The Parisian inspired home. Um, this is on Cruising Paris. Okay. Well, the Parisian inspired at home bar. Ah, okay. This is not what I'm looking for. This is my other project. I did this yesterday, the Parisian inspired at home coffee bar and how to create that. And it just wanted you to know that it was there. So it just like automatically threw me into it. And so this was the article I did yesterday on that and the different products you can get on Amazon to really, make your home bar, your home coffee bar. Because so many people are huge into coffee these days. And, so I just thought, why not? And, yeah, but what I'm trying to do is, where was I? I was on People, and suddenly I just got kicked out of it, which is annoying. I'm not gonna lie. And I was looking at Harry. They put it all the way at the bottom, the royal stuff. I guess they want people to have to scroll through everything to get to it, so that's why they put it all the way down here. Because otherwise, I don't really understand why put it all the way down here. It's like, wow. But anyway, so yeah, so it sounds like Harry may be thinking about, you know, going back in. And as I have said, I don't have any objections as long as it's done in a certain way. But look, it's not my business ultimately. And Harry and Meghan are adults. Harry and Meghan know what they're doing. Harry and Meghan are very, very clever people, very smart, very intelligent. They know exactly what they're doing. And so if they do decide to go back to England for a little bit, maybe we just need to just sit back and enjoy the ride, and it's more content, right? It will do wonders for my content creation business over here. I have things to write about because imagine they get a house in the Cotswolds. Like a beautiful little house in the Cotswolds, which seems to be very beautiful. Well, it would probably not ever happen because they would need so much security. But, in the English countryside, the children the children deserve to have some time in England, really, and especially Archie, because Archie may one day be the king of England, but he can't be the king of England if he knows nothing about England. So it may be necessary actually for them to just do it, spend half the year in England and half the year in Montecito. But it's just going to be such a press bloodbath that, as I have always said, they need to have very clear ground rules. And they need to have very, very clear ground rules because, um, you know, they can't be fodder every day like this. But they're fodder every day anyway. So it's not like that's going to change, but it can be a situation where insiders have any information about their plans in advance and things like that. Because I think the way Harry and Meghan have been running their life and business these days, where we don't have any idea where they're going to be, they just show up and thrill us with just, you know, well, not always, but for the most part. It's very sort of hush hush. There are no leaks about their plans until they're ready to tell us. I like that, and I think that's good for their what's the word? For their, oh my gosh, there's a word for that. It's like, oh, I can't remember my English, but I love the way that, we don't know everything, right? And they do things in their own time. And oh gosh, it's a word I always use with Donald Trump. He lost it when he ran for president. His mystique. Okay, so, it's a part of their mystique. You've got to have mystique when you are a celebrity and you are someone like this. People shouldn't know everything. And when they're sort of living in England and other people are in charge of their press, um, they lose their mystique. They are in control of their mystique, and I think it's good. At the same time, I mean, you want to talk about content, you want to talk about excitement, is they are in England, and don't even tell us. Just we suddenly hear that they're staying in a castle in England somewhere, and no, not on the taxpayers' dime, on their own dime. They rent themselves an old English manor, maybe George and Amal Clooney's house. You rent that out, they Airbnb that to Harry and Meghan. And, so they have some good security from the palace plus their own. And they have George and Amal Clooney's house and the children. And, you spend 3 months in England and you're helping the family. I think it would be great. You let Kate and William have most of the spotlight because they need it. They get really nervous when Harry and Meghan are too sort of, whatever. So okay, you see the spotlight. You guys do your things. We're over here, we do X, Y, or Z. It's pre-planned, and you guys get all the glory, and we're just over here in George and Amal Clooney's house. I mean, you know, I don't think it's going to work that way. I think they're going to end up being very, very sort of fodder anyway, but controlled fodder, be in control of the narrative. This is very important. Keep them guessing always. I think that's really important. But so yeah, Harry maybe, yeah, maybe, but because I don't see how Harry returns unless it's just a one day here or one day there without his family. If it's sort of like going on for several weeks or months, he needs to take the kids. They need to rent a beautiful little English country house, just absolutely charming, and away from the palace, but still, you know, within the sort of security confines of the palace, if you know what I mean, because you don't want them to be harmed. So they're going to need a lot of security and a beautiful country castle. And just buy one and decorate. Oh my God, how does Megan not want to do that? Just a castle to decorate, just to decorate the castle. I mean, I'm like, this is my happy place. Like, oh my God. Okay, so yeah, this was about Harry returning amid King Charles's cancer diagnoses. So yeah, let's see what happens. But it seems like it's in the talks.